हेलो गाइस एंड वेलकम बैक टू आवर चैनल। मैं हूं आपका होस्ट बासित एंड नाउ वी आर स्टडिंग द स्लोप टॉपिक ऑफ चैप्टर 2, द सेम चैप्टर विच वी आर स्टडिंग इज़ स्ट्रेट लाइन। और इसका हम 2.4 एक्सरसाइज कर रहे हैं जिसके अंदर हमारे पास टॉपिक है स्लोप का और उसके क्वेश्चंस हैं हमारे पास। तो उसमें से एक क्वेश्चन है हमारे पास कि फाइंड द स्लोप ऑफ द लाइन। पहली बात ये है कि हम आपको बताते चलें कि स्लोप क्या होता है। स्लोप अगर आप सिंपल अल्फाज में कहें तो ढलान को कहते हैं। हम जैसे बाइक होती है, हम घर में चढ़ाते हैं और निकालते हैं तो एक स्लोप बनी हुई होती है, सही, एक ढलान होती है जिस पे हम क्या करते हैं, बाइक को चढ़ाते हैं, निकालते हैं, ऐसी चीज़ें होती हैं। तो स्लोप होता है मतलब ढलान को कहते हैं। अब यहाँ पे सवाल है फाइंड द स्लोप ऑफ द लाइन। एक लाइन गिवन है, हमें उसका स्लोप फाइंड आउट करना है थ्रू द मिड पॉइंट ऑफ द सेगमेंट फ्रॉम ए टू बी। ओके, एक लाइन हमें गिवन है, लाइन इज गिवन टू अस ए टू बी एंड ए हैज़ द वर्टिसेस -4 and 4 and B has the vertices 2 and 2 and the point which is 3:5. 3-5 means 3:5 the way from C to D. Okay, now listen, we have two lines A to B and C to D, and we have to find the slope not of the line AB, not of the line CD. We have to find the slope from the middle point of AB to the ratio of 3/5 of the CD. Now we join, we name the midpoint of AB as a P and the ratio of 3:5 of the line CD as a Q, and we join the P to Q, from the P to Q, and we have to find the slope of the line which we imaginary line which we draw from P to Q. Okay, this is the thing which is written in the question. I am explaining you again. Find the slope of the line through the midpoint of the segment. थ्रो द मिड पॉइंट मीन्स कि मिड पॉइंट से स्टार्ट हो रही है, किसके, ए बी के मिड पॉइंट से स्टार्ट हो रही है, फ्रॉम ए टू बी, एंड द पॉइंट विच इज़ 3:5 द वे फ्रॉम द सी डी। और कहाँ तक के जाएगी ये 3:5 हमें निकालना होगा, रेशो इसमें के पॉइंट निकालना होगा क्यू के लिए 3:5 जो किस लाइन पे होगा हमारे पास, सी डी में, एंड दैट पॉइंट नेम इज़ we will written as SQ, and we will join P and Q, and now we have to find the slope. The slope means ढलान of PQ. What is the slope of PQ? First we have to find the point P which is the midpoint of AB. So we have the formula and we know the formula of the midpoint. So where we have the vertex A and we have the vertices B, and its coordinate is -4 and 4, and B has a coordinate of 2 and 2. We will return x1, x2, y1 and y2. x1 will be -4 and y1 will be 4, and as it is x2 will be 2 and y2 will be 2. Okay, we know this, and now we will put the formula of midpoint. What is the formula of midpoint? X is equal to x1 plus x2 divided by 2, and y is equal to y1 plus y2 divided by 2. Okay, then we will put the value of x1, x2 and y1, y2, and by solving them we have the answer of x is equal to -1 and y is equal to 3. This is the answer of the point P, not the slope. We haven't find the slope yet, we just find the point P which is the midpoint of the line AB, and now we have to find the point Q which is the 3/5 the way CD, means the line of CD, and we have the point Q which is 3/5 means ratio of 3:2. How we find the 3:2 from the 3/5? 3/5 means the 3 part from the 5 and the remaining part is 2. So what we have, the ratio is 3:2. So we have the coordinates 3 वो C, we have the C coordinates 5 and 3, and the vertex D have the coordinates -3 and -2. We will return x1, y1, x2 and y2. This is x1, this is y1, this is x2, and this is y2. We have this, and we will write this. And why we are solving this by ratio formula? Because in the question we have the ratio m1 ratio m2, we have 3:2, and in previous the point P, the question has given us the hint that the P is the midpoint, but now the Q is not the midpoint. Q is in something in the ratio of 3:2. So that's why we are putting the formula of ratio formula. And we have studied the ratio formula. What is this? X is equal to m1x2 plus m2x1 divided by m1 m2. What is m1 and m2? M1 and m2 are the ratios. We have the ratio of 3:2 means m1 is equal to 3 and m2 is equal to 2. Similarly, we have the ratio in form of y is equal to m1 by 2 plus m2 y1 divided by m1 plus m2. Then we will write all the values of m1 x2 m2 x1 and everything which has written in the formula. And by solving this, we have x value 1 upon 5 and y has the value of 0. What is this x and y? This is the coordinate of point q. Coordinate of point q means q. Okay, yeah, we have now 10 minus 9 is 1 and 1 upon 5. That's the thing. From this we have the 1 upon 5. Okay, it is in the x-axis and y is equal to 0 in the y-axis. And now we have the q vertices which have both coordinate 1 upon 5 and 0. Okay, I will rewind it for you. And so what I have find out yet, we have find out the p and q. P is the midpoint, so we put the formula of midpoint, and q is in the ratio form, so we have write the ratio formula. Now we have the both point, the p and the q. Now we have to find the slope of the line pq, and we have studied the 2 point ratio slope formula. What is this? I'll tell you. For slope of line pq, and we written it as m, single m. We have the point p which we have find out, and we have the point q which also we have find out. I have told you we have the formula of 2 point slope formula. What is the 2 point slope formula? If we have the 2 points of the line and we are desire to find the slope of that line, so we will put the formula of 2 point slope formula. And what is this? M is equal to, m means slope, m is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. What will be the y2, y1, x2 and x1? We have the point p, we have the point q, so this one is x1, this one is y1, similarly x2 and y2. Then we will write in this form and put the values here, and we will get the m. What is the m? M is the final slope which we are desire to find out, the slope between the point p and q. The point p is the midpoint, and similarly point q is in the ratio form of the point of the line CD. So we have to find point P and point Q. So that's why we have used the formula of midpoint and ratio formula. By using them, where we find out point P and Q, and by using 2 point slope formula, we have find the slope of the required line. Okay. Now next, this is not any question, this is the statement, and the formulas are here, new formula which we are going to read it out. It is angle formula. What is the meaning of angle formula? Means if we have the slope of two lines m1 and m2, we have the slope of line AB and BC, we have the slope of two lines. Now we have to find the angle between them. So then what we will have to do, so this is the angle formula from line L1 to L2. Okay, this is the interesting thing. We have the line L1 and we have the line L2. By means from L1 to L2 means we have to draw angle from L1 and up to L2. What is the L2? L2 is the slope of the line which we have to find out. Okay, where in some cases we have the slope, and in some cases we have to find out by in which a question has given us the points only. By point we have to find the slope, and from slope we have to find the angle. And if in the question this one is given from L1 to L2, to L2 means we have the slope of L2 is m2 and we have the slope of L1 is m1. We suppose this L1 has the slope m1 and L2 has the slope m2. and by mean of L1 to L2 means we have to minus the slope of L2 to minus the slope of L1, means M2 minus M1 when it is to line 2. If it is written like from line L2 to L1, so what we will do, we will minus M1 minus M2 divided by this denominator will always be same as 1 plus M1 plus M1, 1 plus M1 into M2, but the numerator will be changed according to the case and this line what the question will give to us, that from line L1 to L2 means we have to minus the slope of line L2 to L1, means M2 minus M1. So this is the formula of what is the tangent theta. Why we have written this tangent? Because tangent angle is equal to slope, means tangent theta or tangent alpha is equal to m, and this is the formula, m is equal to tangent alpha. We have studied in earlier lectures that m is equal to tangent alpha, and what is m? M is, and we have the m equal to slope. We written m and we study m as a slope, and tangent alpha means the angle of the two lines of a slope. So tangent theta is equal to m2 minus m1 divided by m1 plus m1 m2. This is the formula. And angle formula between the line. When we have the between the line, we will we have the formula of tangent theta is equal to m1 minus m2 divided by 1 plus m1 m2. This will not be changed when the question has given the between the line. So it will be like m1 minus m2 divided by m1 plus m2. Now move to the question. This will clear more to you. Okay, the question is given us that find the measure of the angle. That question has given clearly that find the measure of angle, means we have to find out the angle from the line through we have the 2 points -3, 1 and 4, 3. We have the 2 points of line L1 to the line through 1, -2 and 6, 7. Okay, what is the mean? We have two lines. First line where we will write as AB, and A has vertices -3, 1 and B has vertices 4, 3, and line CD has vertices of C has vertex of 1, -2 and D has coordinate of 6, 7. So what is written here? Find the measure of the angle from the line AB to the line CD. From AB to CD means we have to minus the slope of CD to AB. What is the mean? I will explain it to you. Slope of line L1 we will written as M1, okay, and slope of line L2 written as M2. Okay, for M1 we have 2 points. What is -3, 1 and 4, 3. We have the slope formula. What is the 2-point slope formula? We have y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Where if using this formula we will find M1, and by using the similar formula of y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1 we will find out M2. By finding out M1 M2 we will put in the formula of tangent theta is equal to M2 minus M1 divided by 1 plus M1 dot M2. Why we are using M2 minus M1? Okay, because in the question it is clear to us that from the line through this to the line where we will find 2, we have to solve this first, means we have to minus the slope of this line to this line. So we have the slope of this line called M2 and we have the slope of this line called M1. So means M2 minus M1 and divide by 1 plus M1 dot M2. Then putting the values there we will get 53 upon 53 and we will cancel it out. We will have 1 there, and we have this here tangent theta, and moving there to other side we will have theta is equal to tangent inverse. It will inverse from the part of this equal to we have here tangent theta, and moving there we will have tangent inverse. It will be inverse. So tangent inverse 1 putting the this value tangent inverse 1 in the calculator, we will have the answer is 45 degree. So we have the slope 45 degree. We in this question we have find the slope of two lines, line L1 and L2. The line L1 slope is m1 and the line L2 slope is m2, and from there we also find the theta. We also find the angle between them by using the formula of tangent theta. So this is the extra thing what we have done in this. Okay, this is something, this question number 15 is something typical. So we will find out what is this. Find the measure of an angle from a line with a slope is given to us -2/3. We have two part of the question, to y-axis and x-axis. First we will solve for y-axis. Okay, find the measure of the angle. What we have to find the measure of an angle means we have to find theta. Okay, from a line with slope, we have the slope, so we know that we have to write the formula of slope formula, or solving this by slope method, because slope is given here. But make sure is slope is in positive or negative. It is in negative, so I am giving you some hint that if the slope is in positive, so the quadrant will be 1 and 3rd. This will be the quadrant if the slope is in positive, 1 to 3rd quadrant. But if the slope is in negative, the quadrant will be 2 and 4th. This will be the quadrant. This will not giving in the question that the quadrant is 2 or 4. We have to recognize it by seeing the slope is in negative or in positive. If the slope is in positive, the quadrant will be 1 and 3rd. If the slope is in negative, the quadrant will be 2 and 4. And by seeing that the slope is in negative, we considered the quadrant as 2 and 4. Okay, and we have studied in class first year that from in first quadrant all are positive, in second quadrant cos theta will be positive, in third quadrant tangent theta will be positive, and similarly in fourth quadrant sin theta will be positive. So we don't have to use cos, sin and any other theta with trigonometric ratio. We just have to work on tangent theta. Why we are work on tangent theta? Because we are work on slope, and slope is on the tangent theta. Slope is equal to tangent theta. So that's why we are only using tangent trigonometry. And how we are using this? Okay, let's find out. We have to find out the theta in the required from given line to y-axis. This is the thing which has given us in the question. Slope of the line 1 m is equal to -2/3, and we have the formula of m is equal to tangent alpha. This is the formula, and by writing the value of m, tangent alpha is equal to -2/3. We have just write the number which is m is equal to 2/3 here. We have put the value of m -2/3 here, so tangent alpha will become -2/3. And why it is in the second to fourth quadrant or line? Because it is in negative sign. Okay, from figure, what is this? What is alpha? Alpha is the angle from positive x-axis to the line. Okay, alpha is an angle from positive x-axis to the line. This is the angle alpha. And what is the angle theta? The remaining angle to the y-axis. Y-axis, because we have to find y-axis. Okay, this is in the question that from a line with slope -2/3 to y-axis. हमें y-axis तक के मालूम करना है, इसी वजह से हमने कहाँ तक रखा है y-axis. जो रिमेनिंग हमारे पास एंगल बचा y-axis तक का, उसको हमने किसका नाम दे दिया? थीटा का. और बाकी पॉजिटिव एक्स एक्सिस से स्टार्ट होकर लाइन तक जो आता है उसको हम कहते हैं अल्फ़ा कहते हैं. और बाकी जो हमारे पास एंगल कहाँ तक हमें लेना है? वाई एक्सिस तक, क्योंकि क्वेश्चन में कहा है वाई एक्सिस तक के. तो बाकी जो एंगल बचा हमने उसको किसका नाम दे दिया? थीटा का. अब फ्रॉम फिगर क्या है हमारे पास? अल्फ़ा प्लस थीटा. अल्फ़ा प्लस थीटा. वाई वी आर यूजिंग अल्फ़ा प्लस थीटा? बिकॉज वी हैव टू फाइंड एंगल अप टू वाई एक्सिस. ओके, अप टू वाई एक्सिस. सो व्हाट इज हियर? It is alpha plus theta. Then it will up to the y-axis from the positive x-axis. So alpha plus theta is equal to 270. How it is 270? Okay, we'll find out. From alpha to this line, I mean a positive x-axis has the coordinate of angle of 180 degree. This angle is 180. uh, okay, and the remaining this angle is 90 degree. Okay, I'll explain it. This one 90, this one 90. 90 plus 90 is 180, and this 180 plus 90 is 270. So the angle of three quadrants are 270. 90 plus 90 and plus 90. 90 plus 90 180, and plus 90 is 270. That's why we have written this alpha plus theta equal to 270. We have to find the theta, not alpha. Okay, so theta is equal to 270 minus alpha. Okay, this is the theta is equal to 270 minus alpha. We have put tangent in both sides. Why we are using tangent, I will explain it to you later. We will put tangent in both sides, and this tangent 270 minus alpha is the trigonometric ratio of cot alpha. This is the trigonometric ratio of cot alpha. Cot alpha is equal to tangent 270 minus alpha. This is what you have to learn. And the main thing is that we had learned it in the first year in trigonometric ratios formulas. So this is cot alpha is equal to tangent 270 minus alpha, and instead of tangent 270 minus alpha, we have written cot alpha, and cot is the trigonometric ratio of 1 upon tangent. So instead of cot, we have written tangent alpha. Tangent theta is equal to 1 upon tangent alpha. And what we know that tangent alpha is equal to minus 2 upon 3. We have written it earlier. Tangent alpha is equal to minus 2 upon 3. So in tangent alpha, what we have in the formula is tangent theta is equal to 1 upon tangent alpha here. So we have now put the value of tangent alpha is minus 2 upon 3 here and solve it. So we will have tangent theta is equal to minus 3 upon 2. Okay, move tangent to the other side and it will become tangent inverse up to bracket into minus 1 upon 5, minus 1.5. So we will have the theta is equal to 56.5. Okay, now solve for the x-axis. Now we have solved it for the y-axis. We have the theta up to the y-axis. Okay, now we have to solve it for the x-axis. M1 we have M1 is equal to minus 2 upon 3, and we know that the slope of x-axis, the similar line has 0. इफ देयर अगर कोई ढलानी नहीं है, एक्स एक्सिस पर ही हमारे पास दूसरा पॉइंट है, तो कोई स्लोप ही नहीं होगा. तो m2 हमारे पास क्या हो गया 0. तो हमने सिंपली टेंजेंट थीटा इज इक्वल टू m2 माइनस m1 वाला फॉर्मूला लगाया इसके अंदर, और जहाँ जहाँ हमारे पास m2 था वहाँ पे क्या रख दिया 0. तो हमारे पास आ जाएगा थीटा इज इक्वल टू टेंजेंट अल्फा 2/3. इसको हमने कैलकुलेटर में पुट कर देंगे तो हमारे पास क्या आ जाएगा, एंगल आ जाएगा. Okay, last question, and this is the most important question. Okay, find the find the question number 18. It's find the tangent of the angle. Find the tangent of the angle of the triangle whose vertices. There is no word like slope and any other thing. So how we'll find that? We have to solve it by using the formula of slope or any other. But look it carefully. We have the word tangent of the angle. Tangent of the angle means tangent theta or tangent alpha. And what is the tangent alpha? Tangent alpha is equal to slope is equal to m. So now in other way we have to find the slope, and second thing we have to find the angle. Two things are required. First is the slope and second thing is the angle. Find the tangent means slope of the angle of triangle whose three vertices. We know that triangle has three vertices, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, anything which you have to name them. Okay, we have A 4, 1, B minus 1, 3, and C is minus 5 and minus 2. And now what is written in the required section? Okay, we have to find tangent, measurement angle A, measurement angle B, measurement angle C. Okay, look the figure first. We have to point all these point which is given in A, B and C in the graph. Point it just like we have 4 into 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the x-axis and 1 in the y-axis. Similarly, we have the point A. Similarly, we have the point B and point C. Locate it into the graph and name them AB as M1, AC as M2, BC as M3. It is up to your own choice to name them according to you. You can name AC as M1. It's all up to you. I have named them AB as M1, AC as M2 and BC as M3. And we have the angle A, angle B and angle C. This is angle A, this is angle B and this is angle C. We have 3 angles and 3 slope, but we don't know anything yet. What we have know is only the point, only the vertices A, B and C. By using vertices, 3 vertices, we will find slope and then we will find the the angle between them. Okay, tangent alpha means measurement angle A. We have to find measurement angle A, we have to find measurement angle B, we have to find measurement angle C. Measurement angle A is between the line AB and AC, from AB to AC. Okay, how we'll find that it is from AB to AC? This is the trick. We have to locate the angle as an anti-clockwise. What is anti-clockwise? Starting from your left and going to the right. This is anti-clockwise. Okay, this is anti-clockwise. Starting from your left and going to the right. This is okay. Make a circle as an anti-clockwise, starting from your left and going to the right, and drawing in your imagination all these 3 as an anti-clockwise. You know what is anti-clockwise. Okay, so draw all these 3 angles as an anti-clockwise. Okay, measurement angle A is from AB to AC, and measurement angle B is from M3 to M1, means CB to BA, BC to AB. And similarly, measurement angle AC is from AC to AB. Okay, slope of slides AB. What is this? We have written this M1, M2 and M3. AB, slope of line AB is M1, slope of line AC is M2 and slope of line BC is M3. We have written this here. And now what we have to find first is slope M1, and slope M1 is between the point A and B. So by using 2-point slope formula, M1 is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, we'll find M1. Similarly, finding M2 using the vertices A and C, because M2 is the slope of the line AC. M1 is the slope of the line AB. M2 is the slope of a line AC. So by using AC, we will find M2 is 1/3, and similarly M3 is the slope of the line BC. M3, and by using the 2-point slope formula, we will find M3. And for tangent, measurement angle A. What is the measurement angle A? Measurement angle A is between AB to AC, and AB is the slope of M1 and AC has a slope M2. So it is AB to AC. So what is the mean? 2AC means M2 minus M1. Okay, 2AC means AC minus AB, the slope of AC minus AB, where we have find 2 from this to this. So 2 will be first, the slope of 2 will be first, and from will be getting minus. Okay, so what is written here is AB to AC means M1 to M2. So what is in the formula is M2 minus M1. Whether after the 2 we will write it first in the formula. So what is the formula here? Tangent of measurement angle A is equal to M2 minus M1 divided by 1 plus M2. By putting all the values, we will find measurement angle A as in the numerical value is 11/13. Okay, and similarly we have the measurement angle B is the measurement angle is B is from line BC to AB, and what is the slope of BC is M3, and what is the slope of AB is M1. 2AB means AB minus BC means M1 minus M3. So we have the formula of M1 minus M3. Okay, by putting all the values we have the answer is minus 33 upon 10 of measurement angle B. And as the measurement angle C, there is one thing missing, so you have to do it. What you have to do is to convert this tangent here is in positive, shift it to the other side as tangent inverse. Okay, tangent inverse 11 upon 13. Okay, similarly in measurement angle B, tangent inverse minus 33 upon 10. Similarly in measurement angle C, tangent inverse 11 upon 17. Then we will have the answer in will answer in the